let's begin the chapter proper, and for the first time, you will actually be seeing a full chapter all in one video. Yeah, I felt it best because the preparation was so long to put them in their own video. Now, finally, we get to see our enemies. Finally, we're fighting Lang's army, so at last, we're on the right side. Oh, I wouldn't say that just yet. So, yeah, apparently George's archers left, and, uh-oh, no, we don't want him defending the castle, that's bad. Whoa, oh no, that's really not good. If he's hired that guy, wow, that's bad. On the bright side, we might be able to persuade him, but that'll be coming later. Fortunately, ballista bosses aren't exactly the best at guarding castles, and hey, look what it is, it's the Proud Commander once again! See, what did I tell you about this theme being overused? It's gonna get even more overused, perhaps it's slightly appropriate here, not so much the next time you see it. Now, I also warn you, I'm probably gonna make a tally of, this is probably the second Proud Commander, I'm gonna make a tally here. And by the way, seriously, don't even think about making it into a drinking game. You'll be dead before the game is halfway over. Trust me. So, of course, George here wants to defect, but apparently that's not an option for him, because he doesn't want his men to get killed, which is, yeah, it's pretty nice of him. So, basically, yes, they're not going to move unless we approach, and by approach, he means get really damn close, and I mean really close. So, for the most part, you don't have to worry about him at all. Unless you're an idiot. But, speaking of idiots, I'm sorry, here's a thief who, said he was getting out of the thieving business, and then the area around his home suffered a huge amount of curse snatchings and stuff like that. Anyway, this is, yeah, Julian recruiting Ricard, and this conversation is a bit, well, yeah. They did their best to localize this. And a nice callback with that line there to the original Ricard recruitment. But, yeah, so basically, anyway, in the Japanese version, Ricard ended his sentences with hearts when talking to Julian, so, yeah. Speaking of Ricard, though, I'll be honest here. The real reason you're recruiting Ricard is for that VIP card he comes with. That's basically his main real use. Ricard is the yeah. I'll quote just about every single walkthrough of the original mystery ever. Only useful if Julian dies or something. And given that Julian is needed for the final chapter, you really don't want that to happen. Truer words could not be spoken, really. Ricard is... he's another thief, and that certainly has its uses. You know, he can open doors, open chests, that kind of stuff. You know, I mean, so he's not completely useless, but unlike Julian, he'll never be a good combat unit when trained. And so there really is much less point to using him. He's inferior to Julian in every single way, so the only reason you'd ever want to use him is if you needed two thieves in one map. Given that Marth has the ability to open chests, and most indoor maps have enough enemies that drop door keys, yeah, that's not going to be a situation you'll have likely, and deployment slots are pretty tight as it is. So, Ricard, yeah, you're not really all that useful. You'll get your day in the limelight in one of the bonus chapters. Until then, bench. Recruitment number 1 out of the way, time for recruitment number 2. This is one that's probably more interesting to me, because this one was not in the original Mystery of the Emblem. Obviously, because, not only did you get no axe users at all in the original Mystery, but Bast was pretty much completely absent. Anyway, so apparently he became a lumberjack after the last war. Well, he was with the Arcadian army for a bit, then he became a pirate, then he became a lumberjack. But, yeah, so he's gonna join you now. And time to mention him. Remember how in the original mystery you didn't get any axe uses at all? Well, Bast is Intelligent Systems' way of apologizing for that. Bast is amazing. This is the reason why, even though Ford and Cord were alright, I still didn't recommend using either of them. This is why. Just look at Bast for a bit. He's got better strength than both of them. But he still has amazing skill, and unlike Ford, his speed doesn't suffer. His speed is still pretty good. He's also got good luck and relatively decent defense, by the Axe Trio standards, and he still has the trademark amazing HP. Not only that, but Bast's base stats are pretty amazing for his level. Bast is essentially all the strengths of both Ford and Cord, with none of the weaknesses, and that is amazing. If you want an axe user, use this guy. Use him. I cannot recommend it enough, because he is amazing. As far as axe users go, he's pretty much the best one you can have. Really the only flaw I can really see in him is the fact that he starts only with a D in axes, so he'll need to build up a bit in order to use a hammer. Once he does though, yeah, Bast might have some accuracy issues early on, but as long as you get him a few level ups in the training arena, or have him fight some lance enemies, which thankfully are very plentiful from this point on, yeah, he's not going to disappoint you. Another thing about Bast, something I didn't mention before, now that we have him, he, Ford, and Cord can do the triangle attack in this game. Yes, that's right, we have an Axe Fighter triangle attack. It's probably not as useful as the Pegasus Knight one, given that it's probably not very beneficial to use all three of the Axe Fighters, because Bast kind of outclasses the other two massively. But still, it's a nice thought, and I might show that off later. Anyway, like I was saying, Bast, axe user, amazing. Again, to sum up, all of the strengths of Ford and Cord, with none of the weaknesses. Another thing I should say about Bast, I recruited him with Ogma there, but he can also be recruited with Ford or Cord. I believe one of the two, I forget which, and that's kind of funny because that's actually the topic of the conversation. One of them produces a pretty amusing response, so I was actually going to go back and show all three. Unfortunately, I seem to have forgotten about that and copied over my old save file, so I might have to show that later or something. Also, I do plan to show off the triangle attack eventually, maybe not in the main playthrough, but certainly in a bonus video. Because I actually haven't seen their triangle attack quotes yet, but anyway. See, there's a thief there. He's got a Master Seal. Now, you also see, these guys here, George's Sniper Troop. Yeah, George has the Parthia and the Legendary Bow, and that is painful. However, as he implied, thankfully, they won't actually attack you, not even if you get in their range, so it's fine if I'm having my Pegasus Knights go in their range. They won't attack you unless you get really close, like I mean right next to them, or just attack them. Don't attack them, trust me. Speaking of George, you can't actually recruit him in this chapter. As the dialogue at the beginning implied, he's not going to risk defecting now when his men might be punished for it. Ironically enough, as you can probably tell, you will be able to recruit him later, obviously. Ironically enough though, the character who does recruit him later, we actually have them. But still, they can't talk to him. So it's kind of weird like that. But anyway, we need to catch this thief, because I don't want to let that Master Seal go to waste. Fortunately, Mary Sue is on the case. Now, Julian, if that thief was more concerned with fighting us than escaping, Julian would be dead, so I'm thankful he, wanted to escape rather than attack us. Anyway, trying to get some more... Oh, come on, Linda. Oh well, vaporize him with Aura. I love Aura 1-hit KOs. So awesome. Anyway, right, those two mages probably need to go, and stupid Ryan's low movement, it'll be a while before I can get rid of that, which is really annoying because I need him right up the top of the map for those Bracos. Of course, like always, Pegasus Knights have good resistance, well, decent resistance. Their resistance growths aren't fantastic in this game, like they were in, say, Fire Emblem 7, but their base resistance is pretty good. Funnily enough though, when they promote to Draco Knights, they actually lose resistance quite considerably, which seems to imply that, that being resistant to magic is actually a natural trait of the mount rather than the rider. Like, as in Pegasi as a species are naturally resistant to magic. That's certainly the implication you get when, as I said, they actually lose resistance when they promote to Dracos. One of the few classes that actually loses stats on promotion. They also don't gain speed, but they don't lose any at least. They do massively gain in strength and defense to make up for it though. Anyway, right, I can feel safe with having Marth going up here. And I need him to, because see, there's a village over there, and that's the other reason we need to catch this thief. One, because we don't want to lose that Master Seal, and two, because we don't want to lose that village. There's a really nice item in that village, and Aaron is going to be delegated to thief chasing duty now, I think. Yeah, now these guys are going to move in, and nice dodge, Catria. Oh, unfortunately, she won't quite... take that back. She did. Catria always proving me wrong. I guess it's like the game says, if you ever try and insinuate that Catria is not the most amazing thing in existence, she will prove you wrong. But those silver swords do hurt. Not so much if you're Mary Sue, though. Yeah, that thief is getting a bit too far away from my liking, but I am certainly hot on his heels. Right. Now, I did do something kind of stupid in this chapter. That guy there, does he have the silver sword? I'm not sure. Now here I wanted to get as... Now, here what I was doing is, I was actually doing some calculations with regards to movement rates, because I wanted to make sure that she would have enough movement to catch the thief on the next turn. So basically I had to find out that the thief will be at the edge of the bridge next turn. Now I had to go from here and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's certainly within her movement, meaning that she will be able to catch the thief next turn if she goes here. Yes, you'll need to count movement ranges a bit if you need to, do stuff like that. Also, yes, don't fight those snipers there. Don't. Just don't. Not a good idea, seriously, especially with all these Pegasus I have flying around. Oh, damn it, Ryan, you... See, I wish there was... The funny thing was, like, if I got a boots right now, I would use them on him. Except that, I would feel that's kind of wasted because when he promotes to sniper, he doesn't have the movement issue, so... Yeah. You might have also noticed, if you just looked at that Ballista boss's inventory, that, yes, he does have another one of those star shards. Samto? Who's that? Interesting. Foreshadowing another character. Now, here's the bit where things are a bit weird. I, had, Fast on Ultima go down the lower route, because of all those forts, I felt paranoid that reinforcements were going to spawn there. They pretty much didn't, and so they were basically, okay, see that bishop there with a droppable physics staff? Don't fall for that. It's a trap. That bishop is actually part of George's sniper squad. If you kill him, George will start moving, and he will slaughter you. His snipers will also start moving, and they will also slaughter you. Don't do it. Trust me, even though the prospect of a droppable physics staff is really, really nice, and we really could use one of those right now, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Trust me. Just don't. You'll thank me later. Yeah, annoyingly that means that we're actually going to have to leave that guy alive, which means he's going to be using that physics staff to heal the enemies. And wow, that was total overkill. He's going to be using that staff to heal the enemies for this whole chapter, and unfortunately there's nothing we can do about it, because if we killed him, we'd have George hounding us, and we don't want that. So, yeah, that's seriously a massive shame. That's again, really annoying, but unfortunately we gotta do that. And also speaking of droppable items that are traps, you might notice that George, and I didn't realise that I'd lured the Dracozoa, but ow. Sorry. It was about now that I started to realise having Militia over up the top would probably have been pretty useful. See, there we go. That is why you really would want that guy dead, and unfortunately you can't do that. Really irritating, that. Ugh, really irritating. Anyway, I do not want Catria to die there, so I'll have to probably finish this with Mary Sue, or possibly Sheeta, I don't know. Anyway, or Javelin him, actually. Catria's strength is getting to the point where, she can actually not do, you know, scratch damage with javelins. Anyway, I've forgotten what I was talking about before. Oh yes, the droppable items. You might notice that George back there has the Parthia green in his inventory listed as droppable. Don't fall for that one either. Though technically speaking, if you do kill him and you do get that, that's probably to prevent it from being lost forever if you're an idiot and kill him now. Good luck doing that, by the way. Seriously, you'll need it. Anyway, it's actually, you might think, wow, having the Parthia early would be really beneficial. Not really. Because, unless you've abused the Lunatic Mode Stat Booster shop and bought a bazillion Arm Scrolls, I don't even think you actually can get Arm Scrolls legitimately at this point. So because of that, it's highly unlikely anybody on your side will have an A in bows by now. As you can see there, Ryan is almost B, but he's still, yeah, pretty much C. And he's been with us for pretty much the whole game, and he's still only not quite B yet. That just goes to show you that, yeah, you're not going to have someone on your side with an A in bows yet. So, you probably won't be able to use that. Plus, if you wait, you know, as they say, good things come to those who wait. If you wait, you will not only get the Parthia, when you finally do get to recruit George, you'll get another item out of it too. Now, this is annoying. It was about here that I realised, yeah, I was worried about reinforcements coming out of the bottom fort, so I thought, hey, let's put Militia there to heal. Unfortunately, it's about now I realised, Militia would have been so much useful back up top there, because we're going to have to play past the Vulnerary now, which is not exactly a fun game, and we're quickly running out of it too. Speaking of running out of stuff, I don't really buy items that much in this game, mostly because, one, I want to save my gold for the drill grounds, and two, you get so many new characters that if you need new stuff, you can just strip their inventories. Sometimes some of the really late characters that join that are pretty much totally worthless, they've been nicknamed by fans as free silvers, because their main purpose is to give you free silver weapons. Yeah, so basically that's, yeah. I'm pretty sure Ryan will be in range of that Draco if he goes and attacks Marth, which is good. I was still, wanting reinforcements. I was actually wanting reinforcements to come, mostly because Bast could leech off them for experience, which he so desperately needs. Sadly, it was not to be, which meant that I needed to, I hate that bishop so much. You see, ugh! See, he's so irritating, yet I can't kill him! And he drops the stuff. It's like, he's practically a troll, basically. He's the game trolling you. He's like, I got the good stuff, nah, 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 and I'm gonna use it to heal the enemies. And you can't stop me. I hate that guy so much. Okay. Silver Axe, that's nasty. I think... I'm not sure if... I think Linda won't die. It has exactly as much attack as she does HP, but she has something slightly resembling a defense stat, so, another cool thing about Marth here, he can pull Vulneraries out of the convoy whenever he needs healing. It's funny because, probably because I played the Japanese version of Shadow Dragon, and I managed to memorize the kanji for all the menu options except Convoy. I never really used that feature much in Shadow Dragon because, we have a thief spawning here and a, actually a conversation. Funnily enough, there was a conversation like this back in Chapter 1, but since I saved the village before the thief spawns, he, didn't spawn, and so I didn't get that conversation. Which is, yeah, pretty strange. Well, not strange, actually. I guess it was pretty cool, but still. Thankfully, we'll have saved that village long before the thief arrives, so we don't have to worry much. And getting shitted some kills here, because, yeah, she starts a little bit behind, but again, fortunately, she can make use of the fact that, that Draco Knights, have the experience yield of a promoted class, because they technically are a promoted class, even though they're being used as substitutes for unpromoted classes here. Might as well visit this village. The theme playing here is known as The People's Lament. That was a good localization of that conversation. So basically it's like, finally, we're the good guys in the whole Gloos campaign instead of the bad guys. Which feels really good, and that's the annoying thing about locking in all enemies' ranges. It also locks in their healing ranges, so you get the map weirdly tinted green if there's anyone with a physics staff there. Which is annoying, because the map looks weird when it's tinted green. Alright, yeah, no, that guy's gonna be dead long before he gets to the village. And in fact, Martha's gonna get to the village before then, anyway, so just gotta watch those calves, though. We want to get that thief, but we don't want to lure all those enemies. Because some of us are still hurt. Fortunately, we have a javelin, and Katria is just strong enough to... Unless she misses, damn it! I hate it when that happens. Oh my god, okay, I think yesterday I was recording a bit ahead in the playthrough, I can say as of this point, I'm currently up to I just finished chapter 7 in terms of recording. And chapter 7 did not treat me well. I got some weird luck in the drill grounds, I had someone miss with a 92 when my life depended on it. I was raging all day yesterday, so I apologize if I'm still sound a bit weird today. I'm still a bit angry after yesterday. Anyway, we got from that village, this is the reason why it's so important to visit it, we got the Hammer and Staff. It's been nerfed since Shadow Dragon, and now it only has 3 uses like it does in the rest of the series, instead of the 12 it had back then, which was frankly pretty broken. Of course, there's no way to hammer and staffs in this game, but still. Also, as you notice there, it says for Militia, because apparently Militia is Lena's apprentice. That detail did not come up before. It says for Militia or Lena. That's kind of a bit of a spoiler. Anyway. Yeah, well, the thief got healed, but still didn't last long. Everyone falls to Katria eventually, and that was a surprisingly small experience yield for a thief. Anyway, sent that Hammer and Staff to Convoy because, yeah, we're not really going to be needing that until later. Anyway, it's about time now we started to think about hitting that save point and assaulting the castle finally. I thought that by going into the range those armors would come, but it seems like they didn't, so, So it was around this point I realised that the reinforcements probably weren't going to show. But, you know, I mean, there's 3 forts there, and they're arranged in a pattern like that. It just looked as though reinforcements were going to come, so I put Militia back just in case. Anyway, it looks like we're going to have to use more drastic measures to lure those armors in. And that is going to be, interesting with all those ballistas around. Now, as I said, as you probably saw before, Stonehoist. Stonehoist has pathetic accuracy, but if it hits you, it hits hard. It's also not effective against flyers. Only the sort of actual ballista-type ballista weapons are the ones effective against flyers. Right, here's a... Now, if you somehow manage to get to him before he has a chance to shoot at you, that battle dialogue becomes incredibly hilarious. Hilariously unfitting. But, for the most part, he will shoot you once before you have a chance to close in, and that's where that kind of makes sense. Still, Ballista Boss, interesting. There's only been 2 in the whole series, and whoa, Javelin. Whoa, Javelin suck. Again. In case you didn't need reminding, Javelin suck, and oh, you got a silver sword, and nice dodge then. Nice performance in general there, Marth. Awesome. Javelins. Man, Marth is being really good. Stupid. I hate that bishop. I hate him. I hate him so much. And yet I can't take out my frustration on him. So I guess I'll have to take my frustration out on these guys. Eat rapier. Oh well, get... Like I said, taking out my frustration on these guys. Eat unnecessary critical. And now eat good level up. Come on, good... Not that good level up. Oh well. You can't win them all. Why does she have a fire tome in her? She must have got it off one of those early natures. Ryan, I would appreciate if you started doubling soon. He's still being pretty good though. And, she'll need to use the Wing Spear if she wants a one-hit kill, but I don't want to waste it. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the Wing Spear is basically a lance version of a rapier. It's effective against armoured and mounted units. So, yeah, and of course only Shida can use it. I haven't explained that, have I? Yes, Wing Spear is exclusive to Shida. It first appeared in Shadow Dragon. There is more than one of them, but you can only get more if you go to secret shops, and even the secret shops have limited stock of them. So right now, finally, I'm getting a chance for Bart to get some experience off these armors here. Good thing he comes to the hand axe, otherwise that would have been awkward. And I'm going to have to retreat Ogma and expose Bart to damage if I want to heal him. But I do want to heal Ogma, otherwise those javelins might get annoying. I am a bit afraid of... Oh dear. Militia's in Ballista Rage, isn't she? Given Stonehoist's massive might, that could kill her in one hit, and that may have been a stupid move. By the way, I actually once did have one of my healers, I believe it was Lena, back in Shadow Dragon. She got one-shotted by a ballista once. It was a pachyderm, but still. That was not nice. Yep, that's gonna one-shot her, but thankfully it has pathetic hit rate. Speaking of Stonehoist and its pathetic hit rate, I always found that back in Shadow Dragon, and I laugh at your pathetic javelins. Anyway, back in Shadow Dragon, I always found that the most effective and reliable weapon for ballisticians was Stonehoist forged with better accuracy. It wasn't very expensive to forge in general, and it has an awful lot of uses. So if you forge one of those up so it can actually hit things, your ballistician's pretty much set for quite a while. I used to love doing that. Anyway, clearing out these armors. Alright. Here we go. Now hopefully we should be able to get to the Stonehoist guy, next turn. Another unnecessary critical. Okay, how many Ogma criticals has that been? Someone needs to keep score. Actually, I'm gonna need to keep score. I'm gonna have to, you know what, hell with it, I'm gonna start a count. So I'm gonna have to go back to the previous chapters and count all the Ogma criticals. And then I'm gonna have to put in video annotations every time he gets a critical. You know what, I should make a critical tally for every character, but that's gonna be an awful lot of effort. And I'm kind of waffling on here because there's not much for me to say at this point. The only enemies left on the map who we actually want to fight are ballistas, and ow! Oh crap, crap, yes, phew, that was close. Fortunately, my save is pretty close. Anyway, right, okay, good, I can reach that guy with a hand axe, and for some reason have awful hit against him. Okay, right, okay, I want this guy to go down now, so 1, 2, and he is perfectly in range for a nice hand axing. Although I am in range of that guy, and, okay, we probably should heal Bast first. I really did want to kill this guy right now, but, don't think I'm going to have that option. Of course, now that Militia's gone back into, one-shotting range, I definitely need to kill the first one now. And, oh, great, Bast has to... And Bast doesn't get the kill, because he would have had to hit with both of those. So I'm going to have to do with Sirius. Granted, yeah, I've got to kill this guy now, otherwise Militia is in serious trouble. She survived a potential one-shot kill Ballista once, but I don't fancy her chances doing it again. I'm not going to take that risk. Alright, but I certainly am going to take the risk of putting Ryan in here, because for some reason Ryan pretty much has, apart from Sirius, the highest defense out of everyone we've got. And wow, nice dodge there. Now, hopefully this guy is going down, this turn. He's the only enemy left on the map, and given that he has like a minimum range as well as a maximum. Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, we could probably force abuse this guy, but, that's not fun to watch. Oh, damn it. Almost. I actually did want to let Bass get the kill here, so I'm going to have to delay this one more turn. Thankfully though, there's a reason Ricard tagged along all this time. Because there's a bunch of shops there, and, good, he went for Riot. And failed miserably. Oh, great, I forgot about that guy. Stupid Bishop, why must you oi? I hate you. Yes, for those who aren't keeping score, I hate that Bishop. I really hate him. I wish after this guy dies, we hijack his... Whoa, nice one there. We hijack this guy's ballista just for a bit, just to fire one bolt that messily impales that bishop all the way over there. Because he deserves it. Ugh. That wasn't the best level up, and... Okay, yes, again, judging by that fanfare, that's something very important, but we won't find that out just yet. Now, there's a reason Ricard is going this way. You'll find that out a bit, probably in a couple of turns. Because it's going to take Marth another turn to get to the castle, I thought first I'd show off the shops here. So, right, here's the armory. I've spent most of my gold on the arena though, so just steel weapons, javelins, hand axes. Yeah, pretty basic. Yeah, I can't actually get to the vendor this turn, but that's a good thing, because there's something else I'll also show you. Now, Ricard joined with a VIP card, which might make you a little suspicious. Okay, here's the vendor. It only sells really basic stuff, though you might want to restock your heal staffs if possible, but anyway. Notice how there's an armor and a shop there, but a suspicious space in between them. I wonder... Aha! Yes, it's always the map where you get the VIP card, or member card, or whatever it's called, is always the one with the very first secret shop. I'll be showing off the locations of probably every secret shop in the game, I hope to. This one is not that impressive. The only item in this one is just one Master Seal, and that's it. I chose not to buy it because the game already provides you with more than enough Master Seals as it is, and I need to save my gold for the arena. But basically, yeah, that secret shop, kinda weird. Only one item. But at least it's a secret shop. So now you know where it is, in case you want an extra Master Seal. So basically now, we've taken the castle, but next time it'll be time for our very first indoor chapter. Fortunately, dismounting is gone. Yeah, dismounting is always annoying. Anyway, we'll see you next time when we finally get to take down Lang. I am really looking forward to that, and I hope you are.